and eradicate the disease for the most part across the world. Well, there are still plenty of, while there's all these epidemics being solved around the world, there's still these micro-level challenges that are taking hold in communities across the world, whether they be health risks, whether they be communicable disease problems, or water sustainability issues. So that got us thinking, and that brings us to this next point. And I want you to focus on these two elements right here, time and expertise. Right? So there's this concept out there, and it's called cognitive surplus. And it's the idea that there's this excess amount of knowledge and free time that resides within all of us. It's idle there, and it's not being tapped. But recently, because of technology, we've been able to harness it in ways we never thought imaginable. So for example, we have Linux, open source operating system, developed on the free time and given from an expert computer scientist. Now it's being used by corporations across the world. We have Wikipedia, the largest source of encyclopedic knowledge, all built around people's ideas, people's knowledge and their spare time contributing to this greater good. We have Gmail, developed under Google's 20% program, which allows Google engineers to devote 20% of their work week to their own pet projects, things that you wouldn't normally find in their job descriptions. So it got us thinking, there's this groundswell of energy out there. What if we could harness this energy to help NGOs solve some of the world's most pressing development challenges?
And so to address this, we developed Project Sangha. And as Jesse mentioned, it's a web-based platform that links NGOs to the global community of experts to make their processes more efficient. So a real quick run through. Project Sangha is a website. Users come to Project Sangha and are first acquainted with this carousel that explains the challenges. So once they click a challenge, they'll be then taken to the specific challenge page. So first they'll watch a short video. It's about a 5-minute documentary that promotes awareness of an issue and also contextualizes the specific challenge faced in this community. In doing so, the user is informed of the specific challenge, either in any development kind of context. We've worked in health, agriculture, and education so far. And then each video ends with a specific call to action. So users then move to what we call proposal wikis. Now what these wikis are essentially they're not simply a platform for all these ideas. What they really are is a place for people to create actionable proposals for development challenges. So a user comes in and they can view, comment, but most importantly, edit these wikis. And so to improve the viability of these proposals. So when a proposal's lifespan's timed out, we use an algorithm to select the most viable proposal and give it to our partner NGOs for actual implementation in these communities. So Sangha is changing the game of the nonprofit world in a few key ways. One, we're fundamentally shifting the way we think about philanthropy. No longer are people asked to give money to causes they know little about, but instead we're empowering people to donate their time, their expertise, and their ideas to create actionable social change. Secondly, we're infusing new innovation into underperforming development work. We're changing the way NGOs operate and helping them achieve their missions much more efficiently. Lastly, we're transcending physical boundaries. One, by allowing a user, like you or me, just from my home to actually implement a program in any country in the world, in any region, from South India to South Central LA. And also, our projects aren't limited by cause or location. Actually, we're only limited in scope by the number of actual challenges that exist in the world. So, thank you so much for your time. When it comes to the things that we, Kristen was nice enough to ask us, what can we bring to you and what do we expect in return? Truth be told, when we thought about this, the first thing that came to mind was, well, in the spirit of Project Sangha, the spirit of collaboration, we bring ourselves. We would love to sit down with any and all of you, trade ideas. We're a young organization. We're just getting started. So really, if you guys have the time, we'll bring the coffee, and hopefully we can go from there. Thank you so much for your time. We do have maybe some real gives and gets. Realistically, we're young. We'd appreciate any mentorship, business development, nonprofit development, and also web development help, because we are kind of a tech program. What we can bring, we both are graduate students, so we have the respective communities of USC Marshall's Business School and the School of Policy Planning and Development. So we do have academic resources and a strong network. So sorry, I know I ran over, but thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.